think mentally, flying in here last night in terms of, what were the expectations in terms of crowd and the type of, Big East war that it was going to be today certainly didn't disappoint in terms of, what we knew we were, walking into today. Credit Creighton, the difference in the game was obviously, I thought Trey Alexander hit those tough shots. I think he had probably like 3 end-of-shot clock dagger shots. For us, I thought we did a great job defensively. It's just hard to do because they're really, really hard to guard. Obviously, +6 on the backboard with the 18 offensive rebounds. Probably when we look back at it, our inability to convert those offensive rebounds in the second half there when we were all over the glass, that was a big reason why we ended up coming up short.
And do you feel like you had your chances? I mean, held them scoreless for some good stretches there, just couldn't quite get over the hump and get that sort of 7-8-0 run or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, proud of the boys. I mean, that they just showed a lot of fight and a lot of toughness, and it's. I thought Creighton's an excellent defensive team. I think you saw 2 excellent, defensive teams out there. There wasn't a lot easy opportunities for either team. Again, I think it just goes back to that series in the second half of opportunities around the rim that we didn't convert. Obviously, I'm not sure. I don't know that we shot a free throw in the second half of that one. No, I think Jordan got fouled in a 3 for the 4-point play. Creighton does a great job of not fouling. -9 at the free throw line. Hurts a little bit. I thought maybe we could have got to the line a couple more in some of those scrums under the basket when we were being really physical at the rim.
So it's been kind of a common theme for Creighton this year when the free throw disparity. Like, what do you see from their defense in terms of their discipline that allows them to have an advantage there?
Yeah, I mean, that was I think that was. We ended up getting hurt a little bit more on the end of they have a lot of discipline defensively, kind of like bend, don't break, and the flip side of that is they don't generally, they're one of the, in terms of creating turnovers, they're one of the teams that does it, I think, the least, maybe. And us having 13 turnovers against a team that doesn't really try to turn you over, 9 steals, when that's generally not the philosophy. Their philosophy is to keep you off the line. And I thought we put a lot of pressure on them in the first half, and there's probably more fouls than they've committed probably in a half. But then second half, maybe we just didn't play with as much force. But they're smart, man, and well coached.
How much does Ryan Goldberger affect shot selection and things like that down lower?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I thought we, maybe some the 3-point attempts were a little bit inflated. I thought we got better looks at 3 than I thought maybe we would even get today. But he spooks people at the rim, man. The guy is he's such a presence, and when he's not there, you're thinking about him. Jordan obviously had that opportunity at the rim there late. But when you have a guy that's as good a defensive center as anybody in the country, that's in the back of your mind when you go in there, even when he's not necessarily there.
Could you speak to Sanogo's development of his 3-point shot and how important that was to you in the first half?
I mean, I'm mad at him a little bit right now because I thought he should have shot 2 or 3 more threes in the second half. I thought he shot faked air, and I think for us to win that game, it almost felt like at halftime he was going to have to, he's going to have to make another 3 or 2 just to get Kalkbrenner maybe thinking about running out towards the line a little bit more. I just wish he would have shot a couple more in the second half. That's why I wouldn't have minded if he walked out of this one shooting 9 threes, maybe even 10.
He only attempted 1 3 in his first 2 years. Hits 3 today. Yeah. Was that something you guys were encouraging him to do? Was that the individual point of emphasis for him? Sort of how did that start to develop?
I think it's matchup based. Obviously with their defensive tactics and philosophy. It's there for the other team's five-man to have those opportunities. And, but he like any great player, he develops skills quickly, and I just wish he would have took a couple more.
That matchup at the 5, obviously, two of the best centers in the country. How do you think that went today, compared to maybe last time you played?
Yeah, I mean, like I said yesterday, there's a little extra spice going into this game that gets generated, through the media, and but there are great matchups all over the court today. Trey Alexander, Jordan Hawkins. I mean, those two guys are NBA draft picks. On the wing. Shireman being guarded, by Andre Jackson, that's a great match. Those just great matchups all over the court out there. That's obviously was another great matchup.
Especially in person, Hawkins' movement shooting is just spectacular.
Yeah.
What does that do for an offense when you got a guy who can dart off screens and square up so quickly like that?
Yeah, I mean, that part of his game is, it's special. There's very few players in the country that can move at that speed and have the type of clean footwork and the clean release, and it's a weapon, and that's why he's the prospect that he is for the next level.
What happened in the exchange you had with the student section after the first half?
I don't recall what you're talking about. Serious, buddy?
Andre,
Serious journalist.
made some shots, but obviously missed a few shots down the stretch.
Yeah.
He's kind of wide open. Can you blame him for taking them?
No, I just wish you would have taken them. I thought there were a couple other ones in rhythm. Maybe it's just, I think he has more success high wing to key, and I think he passed on a couple of those that when maybe were like in rhythm. When you're struggling with your confidence, I think corner threes are just more challenging visually. So, I think that maybe the crowd, I mean, that was an unbelievable crowd. You look around in there and it's like, they got their stuff together here in home games, man. It's like everyone's wearing blue and white, and for whatever happened on my exit at halftime, they got unbelievable fans here, man. The students are into it. They don't need to be prompted. They're loud all the time. They make it really hard on you when you play in here.
Coach, it was hard to tell from where we were sitting, but on Jordan's last shot, did you know that it was a 2 when he shot it, or?
I did not. I asked Kamani, and he said it was a 2, so it lowered my expectations quickly. He's always honest with me. Some assistants lie to you to make you feel better. Kamani doesn't.
I know we tend to be prisoners of the moment. Did that feel like a March MSG type of game throughout tonight?
Yeah,
Once you guys got into it, it turned into a war.
Yeah, man. I said to the guys, I said, there's very few teams in the country that could have, with what I know they invested in the game, and with the crowd, and with what they're trying to make up for in terms of Kalkbrenner being hurt, and trying to stack up these quality wins so that they can improve their chances for a regular season and for seeding for the tournament. We knew we were getting their best shot and maybe their best crowd, and we were walking into a serious situation today. And we had chances to win the game down the stretch, while missing out on some great opportunities. I mean, that's a team that gets a chance to go to a Final Four. That's a team that's a chance. It's a good chance to win the Big East tournament. And we beat them. We've split with them now. We beat them by close to double digits at home, and we lost a one-possession game on the road. So we take this approach our last 5 games. We'll be able to create the momentum that we want going into Big East tournament and beyond.
Alex did a big for you about that deficit down to 3. And then after that, what were you seeing on offense and what was
Well, I thought that both teams were struggling, which tends to happen at the end of a tight game and a real Big East battle there. Jordan had a great look at the rim there to cut it to 1. I thought we had pretty good opportunities there. Again, credit Creighton and their defense and their length, and we missed some opportunities.
I think all of it 2 of these 7 games you guys have played in the last 3 years, you decided by 4 points or less. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of a chess match is it, Creighton, UConn, where you have to go all the way down to playing G?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the games are, hotly contested, games, and sometimes it's come down to. I know at our place a couple of years ago, we missed front ends of 1-1 in a game that we, had a chance to win, and Big East tournament. I mean, these games were a one possession game where somebody makes a play and somebody doesn't. Don't really have an answer.
So,
Sometimes it's just a guy making a shot. Some of it's good fortune.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you guys.